Hi folks, and welcome to this week's edition of All About Real Estate. I'm Gary Hennessy from Professionals Real Estate. This week we're going to start a series for buyers of real estate. There is lots of information in the marketplace for the seller, but there's very little information for the purchaser when it comes time to take on one of the biggest decisions you're going to make in your life. Probably one of the most frequently asked questions I get as a real estate agent, and to be fair, probably true for most agents, is this a good time to buy? Now the answer to that is always the same from real estate agents. They always say it's always a good time to buy. And so it's easy for you to become skeptical and say, well, yeah, what about the global financial crisis? We've been hearing about it now for 4.5 years. What I thought I'd do to start off this week is let's have a look at some facts and figures. I went and did some research on a number of suburbs in our area and a couple further from our office. Now our office is in Old Reynella, so the first suburb I looked at was in Old Reynella, and I wanted to see what had happened to the median house price since the GFC. Now I haven't included the year of 2008 because most of that year we were in boom time, so all of the figures would be distorted in the positive. So we went from 2009 through to 2012, and the stats that we're using are of compliments from the Australian Property Monitors supplier of information. In Old Reynella in 2009, 10 and 11, the median price of a home in Old Reynella actually went up. In 2012 there was a downturn of 5.3%, but if we add all the percentages over that 4-year period, the total was 10.3% positive. If we look at another suburb close by our office at Woodcroft, there were two years where it went up, 2009 and 2010. It was static in 2011 and went down in 2012 by 3%, but an overall plus of 4.3%. A little bit further from home, Happy Valley, again 3 years where the median house price went up, and it went up actually in 2012 as well. 2011 it went down by 4.9%, but overall average of 9.6% increase. Now a friend of mine asked me about looking at a property in Littlehampton, so we did some numbers on that, and the numbers on Littlehampton were quite interesting because in Littlehampton the median price fell for 3 of the 4 years that we're looking at that period, and they went down 11.3%, 3% and 11%. But in 2010 there was a 28% growth in the median house price, and the net was 2.7%, so again a positive. In another suburb, a friend of mine owns a property in Clarence Park, and that's closer to the city. You would expect it to be a fair bit more volatile. And again, 3 years it was positive. It went down in 2011, 1.4%, but an overall growth of about 15 or 16% over that period of time. So you can see that we've heard a lot of information about the real estate going down in prices and the bubble bursting and a whole heap of other expressions that we've been hearing, but statistically it doesn't show that we've had this incredible drop that everyone is seeming to think that has happened in real estate. Real estate has always been a solid performer in terms of pricing, and the last 4 years through the GFC hasn't been any different. So if you're thinking of buying, it's still a great time to buy real estate. Over the next few weeks, as I said, we're going to be looking at the whole process of how to go about purchasing a property. Next week we're going to be talking to a finance broker about pre-approval of your finance so that you can go out and buy with confidence. I'm Gary Hennessy from Professionals Real Estate, and we'll look forward to catching up with you again next week. Thank you.